Coach, doing the interview inside today because Mother Nature just doesn't want to cooperate. You did get some practice in though before the lightning came.
Yeah, we got a little bit done before the lightning came in, but I guess we're used to it. Up to last year, you know, every game it seems like there was something going on that made us go inside or gave us a difficult week, but we're used to it. We've been inside a couple times this year, so it's not a big adjustment for the guys.
Now, big game because we know that we have a tough conference and every win in non-conference could make a difference. You go into this game at 3-2. So at worst, you're going to come out 500. At best, you may come out a little bit better.
Right, yeah, we're hoping we're going to come out 4-2. Beddingfield will be a tough opponent. They're going to be athletic, big up front. It's going to be a good challenge, and then that's what we did when we put on the schedule. We had put teams that we felt would challenge to get ready for conference, and Beddingfield's last those opponents. You know, we wanted to be undefeated going in, but if we come out 4-2, it'd be a good deal for us, and I think it'd be set us up good and going into conference-wise.
Last game, we really saw the Northside running game coming into its own. You had two people on the team that did a really good job running the ball. That would be Jamari McMullen and Rashard Anderson. Anderson with 3 TDs and McMullen with over 200 yards. And I'll get to McMullen's honor of the week, but first, talk to me about how important it was to get the running game to start gelling at this point in the season.
Oh, it was real important. It gave us a type of identity. We came back, twisted the offense a little bit, and then with Mullen having a big game like that, it boosted his confidence, and then Rashard scoring 3 touchdowns, it boosted his confidence as well. You know, we was high on both those guys coming in, especially Rashard. You know, he's coming up from the JV team, and I expected him to do big things, and I think last week is the beginning of what we can expect from him.
Now, the individual efforts of those two players were excellent last week, but they can't get all of the credit. As any running back knows, some holes have to be opened up. Talk to me about what the line's been doing.
That was big for the offensive line. You had over 300 yards rushing as a team, which is the first time we did that this year. But it's real big. The line was excited, and that's what those guys love to do. Of course, we want them to pass block some, but they love to just grind it out and maul guys, and they got a couple pancakes, and they was excited. And hopefully we come out and produce the same thing this week.
Your defense slammed the door in the second half and only allowed 1 touchdown in the entire game. Coming off of that tough loss at Wallace Rose Hill, that had to really mean a lot.
It did. The guys went in at halftime. We gave up 7 points and talked to them and let them know that we're a lot better than that, and I expected better out of them in the second half. They came out and shut them out, and that was just a testament of where we could be if we actually came in focused and did what we're supposed to do.
Now, wanted to go back briefly. I mentioned a little bit earlier, one of your players received some honors from the Jacksonville Daily News this week. Tell me about that.
Oh yeah, Jamari McMullen, he got Player of the Week for his yards rushing this past week. I think he rushed for 247 yards on 17 carries. I think he had 1 touchdown. He had a couple big runs, including that. But it was exciting, real big for him. Big honor, not only for him, but for the offensive line as well. And I know he was excited because his goal this year was to beat his brother's career high, which he did, and so he had a little bit of bragging rights at home over the weekend.
Not only that, his brother was there to see it. We had an opportunity to speak briefly with Jonte after the game, and he was there to witness it.
Right, it was just excellent. Like I said, that was his goal, is to beat him, but you know, to do it with your brother there in the stands, coming home from college to watch you play, and then to pass his career rushing mark, I think that was kind of like the icing on the cake for him.
Now, we have not an easy task. We have a business trip this week to Beddingfield. It's our longest trip of the year until later in the season, we hope. And tell me a little bit about what we've been doing to get ready for Beddingfield.
Of course, we've been going over their keys. They got a lot of athletic guys. Like I said, a big offensive line, big defensive line. It's gonna be a great game, I think. They're real athletic. If we don't come to play it could be a tight game, or we could come out on the negative end. But hopefully, the guys will come ready to play and produce a couple turnovers on them, and then we come out with a positive outcome.
Thank you very much.
DJ Sullivan, cornerback and wide receiver, class of 2018.
Tell me a little bit about how you feel about the season so far. You're 3-2 going into your last non-conference game.
Well, we feel pretty good. A couple losses there that we should have won, but we're coming in this game strong, and we not think about that. We just think about the next game.
How have you felt about how you've been developing personally through the season?
I think I'm doing a lot better, actually, especially from last year. The first game, especially defensively, I'm getting better, like with, just staying consistent.
What are some of your keys as a cornerback to really defend against the pass and make the quarterback think twice before he throws it?
Well, I'm a shorter DB, so they're probably gonna come for me. That's how it is every game. So I'm pressed up against the one receiver, so they're looking at me. So I try to make sure that he doesn't get off the line, and when the ball's in there, I'm gonna make a play, and I try to make that known.
And as a receiver, you give your quarterback yet another weapon on the field. We know we have Wilson and Jones, but we have you and we have several other really good wide receivers.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we all, whenever we come to play, we all just try to come out and do what we need to do to, make an impact on the game.
And looking forward to conference play, I guess you look forward to that in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Because I imagine you probably have some friends playing for other teams.
Yeah, especially Jacksonville. Jacksonville it's a rivalry game, and it's the first home game, conference game of the season. So it's gonna be good. It's a big crowd, big atmosphere out here.